Well, a circle has a central angle measuring 7 pi over 6 radians that intersects an arc length of 18 centimeters. What is the length of the radius of the circle? And we will round our answer to the nearest tenth. All right, as I draw this central angle of 7 pi over 6, please notice I'm going out of my way to make this appear to be bigger than 180 degrees. All right, so this is my central angle of 7 pi over 6. I know, that might be hard to read. I know that pi is a semicircle. We relabel this 7 pi over 6. So this would be a central angle of pi right here. And I know that pi is the same thing as 6 pi over 6. See how the 6's would cancel? 6 pi over 6 is pi. So I know 7 pi over 6 is going to be a little bit bigger than that. So that's why I've drawn it that way. Anyway, when you have radians, there's a special formula for arc length. So this is the arc length that we are talking about. And we have a special formula for this arc length. I'm going to call the arc length S. And it turns out that S is equal to R theta. R, of course, is the radius, but theta is going to be the central angle. This formula only works when you're dealing with radians. It does not work for degrees. So they gave us the arc length. The arc length is 18. So I'm going to put 18 in for the arc length. We're supposed to be finding the length of the radius, so I'm going to leave that R. We have the central angle of 7 pi over 6. So we just need to solve this equation for R. So the way we do that is we're going to divide both sides by 7 pi over 6. All right, that way these will cancel each other out. So honestly, I could put this entire thing into my calculator right now. Another option is when you divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal. So 18 divided by 7 pi over 6 is the same thing as 18 times 6 over 7 pi. All right, you divide by multiplying by the reciprocal. Keep, change, flip, I guess. Math teachers don't usually like saying that. For this particular problem, they told us to use 3.14 for pi. So in place of pi, I'm going to go ahead and put 3.14. So we just need to put this in our calculator. Okay, I think I can just bring that up. So I'm going to have 18 times 6 over 7 times 3.14. And I'm getting 4.9 something. They said the nearest tenth, so that would be 4.9. So that tells us that the answer is this guy. Check me out.